Sir,
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Satvik Charan. I'm from Mechanical Department. And my topic is about introduction to energy systems. Let's start. What are energy systems? Energy systems are fundamentally the generation, transmission, distribution, and consumption of energy. So all these together constitute the energy system. And there are mainly four components: energy generation, transmission, distribution, and consumption, which we'll look into it in the next slide. Basically, energy systems are used to power homes, industries, and the transportation sector. So, sustainability and efficiency are one of the key concerns in energy systems. Coming to the next slide. The next slide is about components of energy systems. There are four main components, as I mentioned earlier: generation, transmission, distribution, and consumption. Generation involves the conversion of one form of energy to another form, so usable power. Transmission is transmitting the generated power to long distances via transmission lines and substations, so wherever it is required. And distribution is when the power is transmitted to a substation, distributing it to the required place or location is what distribution is. And consumption means basically the usage of energy by various consumers. Then next slide is about types of energy sources. There are basically two types of energy sources. One is renewable energy and the other one is non-renewable energy. Renewable energy is the energy sources that are natural and they are replenishable, but they do not deplete. So solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass are some of the examples of renewable energy. Coming to the non-renewable energy, the energy sources that replenish and deplete over a period of time. The sources are finite and they also contribute to environmental issues, pollution, coal, oil, and natural gas are some of the examples of non-renewable energy. Fossil fuels. We look into some of the examples of non-renewable and renewable. Two from each. And fossil fuels. Fossil fuels are non-renewable energy sources. Basically, coal, oil, and natural gas are the most popularly used. And fossil fuels are also the most popularly used energy resources also because of their availability and high energy output. They cause pollution. They also produce greenhouse gases. And because of their finite supply, they may also deplete in the near future, and there are also price fluctuations because of their availability and demand. And next non-renewable alternative is nuclear energy. It is basically the energy from nuclear fission, and nuclear fission is the splitting of nucleus of an atom into two or more smaller nuclei. And when this splitting happens, there is some energy produced. This energy is extracted and used accordingly. This is more efficient than fossil fuels, but there are less technological advancement in this sector. So radioactive waste and high initial costs are some of the challenges. Coming to the renewable resources, solar energy is one of the most famously used renewable energy. It uses the sunlight, with photons from the sunlight, using photovoltaic cells. It converts the photons in the sunlight into electricity. It is environment friendly, and though it has high initial costs, later in long terms it may benefit into economical savings also. Main challenge regarding this source of energy is the storage of energy that's been produced. The next type of renewable energy is wind energy. Wind energy is produced using wind turbines. The fundamental principle of wind turbines is the flow of air has kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy using the turbine blades. Though it has high initial cost, the operating costs of the wind turbines are comparatively less. and it is highly locational dependent. It can also impact wildlife and plantation of certain of the areas in the wetlands. And the next subtopic is on energy storage and significance. Basically, when we think of energy storage, batteries like lithium-ion solid state batteries are most commonly used energy storage methods because they store excess energy from renewable sources like solar energy or wind energy for data use. And hydrogen fuel cells are also uh, emerging storage solution. These are coming into picture these days. They convert stored hydrogen energy into electricity, which is also clean and efficient energy storage. And smart grids, integrating smart grids with digital technologies like IoT and AI can also increase the efficiency of the efficiency of the electricity distribution. Decentralizing microgrids also enhance the reliability of electricity in disaster-prone areas or remote areas. Global energy consumption and trends. As the population growth is rising in modern era, the energy demand is also increasing. And even though the switch from non-renewable to renewable is not completely as expected, fossil fuels still remain as a primary source. Even though fossil fuels are declining, most of the countries are planning to shift towards renewable energy. Some of the challenges include high initial costs, the policy change, the lack of mindset of people shifting to change to renewable sources, and also infrastructure. We'll look into one of the case studies, Germany's energy vending. And basically, it is Germany's national policy for transition to renewable energy. And this chart here right side represents the use of production of energy using non-renewable and renewable sources. The non-renewable being the nuclear energy source and renewable are wind and solar wind. Because of this, there is 40%, 40% over 40% of the renewable energy of the Germany's demand is met by renewable energy, and the emissions are also decreased. And the main agenda of this national policy of Germany is to achieve carbon neutrality by 2045. And if a country wants to shift to renewable energy, the challenges in energy transition include some of these. And the first one being the high initial cost for renewable infrastructure, integrating storage energy systems in smart grids, because it can be a change in technology can be problematic for the electricity department and also the people of the country. Political and economical barrier, and the need for technological advancements. The future of energy systems are and advancements in nuclear fusion should be made more and more for limitless energy. And integrating the smart grids in energy storage systems. AI and IoT can do the energy efficiency as we have discussed earlier. Large scale carbon capture and storage systems. These reduce the carbon emissions and thereby reducing the greenhouse effects. Also, the policy shifts and climate agreements towards sustainability. The government should be considerate about these policy shifts so that the climate change and other main problems can be sorted. Thank you.